John McKeag here. Man, I'm tired of doing so many apps and streams and such amount of bullshit in my life for the last decade. Going to be simplifying things here really soon. I can't take this anymore. So many apps and so many streams, so many blocked out of this and that. I'm so tired of this crap. Anyway, thanks for the heads up from Alan on Can't Hear Me. Uh, oh boy. Big announcement coming. I'm not going to make it today, but I am really looking forward to not doing so much for this school and stuff. It's mind boggling. Okay. So I got it started. Yay. Yeah, I guess you can hear me since I saw some hearts. All right. My goodness. Oh. So, the Death and Taxes show. All right. Uh, why did I make up that name for the show, right? Well, let's look it up here. There's Death and Taxes. Death and Taxes on Wikipedia. Let's see what it says. Death and taxes, a phrase commonly referencing a famous quotation by American statesman Benjamin Franklin. Okay. Though Franklin, and he says, the quote is from our character Franklin over there at Disney World. Our new Constitution is now established and has an appearance that promises permanency. Appearance of permanency. Isn't that nice? But in this world, nothing can be certain except death and taxes. The only certain things, right? That's the saying. In this lifetime, there are only two certain things. And I'm the only one with proof to get you out of them. The two certain things, so that's two miracles at once. All right, let's keep reading. Though Franklin is not the progenitor of the phrase, his usage is the most famous, especially in the United States. Earlier versions from the 18th century include a line from Daniel Defoe's The Political History of the Devil, 1726. That's right. Who is Daniel Defoe? He is the one that is the author credited with the second most published book ever written in the history of books, right? After the Bible is this, not The Political History of the Devil, but Daniel Defoe wrote. I have to look it up, but I can't remember it. Robinson Crusoe. That's right. It's a quote from a book about the devil. The devil telling you can't get out of death and taxes. What do I come along and say? Well, guess what? I get you out of death and taxes. All right, Alan. Thank you. Thanks for patience. GD33. You're so funny. Oh, all the main homies are here. That's great. So if you people got any thoughts, questions, whatever, please. It's all your crew here. So 44 is CC. No, capital G. Capital G. Capital G is what? 30. So 33. So you follow. No, she meant the capitals. Whereas the C is capitalized. 26 letters plus 4, 30. Come on. Right? MCC. Mick Egg. 333. Egg. I'm the egg dude. The Eggman. I'm the walrus, right? Cuckoo, cuckoo. What? You don't. Anyway, death and taxes. So, Ali, stop me from chatting. They are trying hard, aren't they? Isn't that true? They really don't like it, do they? The truth is like indigestible from the other side. It's like, no, you need some more Maybe they could cook it up in India so they you could eat it. They cook everything so beautifully over there with the right sauces and everything. Maybe if the Indians, cooked up some lies, might go for it. But no, cooked up some truth. No, they just don't do it. It's so true. It's so true. It's unfortunate, it isn't. But you can see that I'm kind of like the extreme example on the end of the spectrum of you know, can't get stuff done, uh, can't be seen, and so on. But if you were to like look up in YouTube, you know what I mean? Like you can search for a topic of YouTube. Let me see videos on, and if you look up riot, which I like, that's something I look up, like riot, and then you like past 24 hours, you know what I mean? Like when there's an active riot going on and stuff, and even past riots, if you look for time periods and so on, now you'll never see, and I mean absolutely never, coming from any country anywhere. This is how tamp down, our view of reality is. You'll never see someone's, like an individual's video go up of a riot. Not one place in Earth, in America, it's impossible to see that. It is not possible. They've made it impossible. I've searched. I like that's. I'm like, oh man, why is this Al Jazeera? What the, you know, everything a news agency, everything a predetermined clip, every part of our, that you could view now, YouTube anywhere, right? You cannot search for regular people stuff. Like if I'm like, film the cops, right? But if you were to actually post a video of the police, which I've done several times, it's instantly taken down. So this just proves that every single time you're ever going to see a video, right, of especially a popular one. Oh, see, look what happened with the cops. And humans can't do that. That's always fake. Every time it's fake. Every time. Every time. Why? Well, the proof is you go looking for other people's stuff, just regular people on any, topic that might have any kind of, uh, you know, the government problem. If it were seen like a riot, like you cannot see it in this country, period. It's like, oh, you don't want to go to China or Russia? Where America's just saying, what are you talking about? Worse, maybe. I don't know. China probably, as far as I can see, China doesn't exist. That's just devil's kingdom. So there's no evidence to me that China exists. Certainly North Korea absolutely doesn't. Uh, let's see what people are saying here. I want to, keep up with. I know people are doing this work currently, and got stuff on their mind and all that kind of stuff. And I want to be current. It's like a current events show, right? The Death and Taxes show. What's going on today? What's going on this week? What can we get into? What's on people's mind? George, YouTube warned me yesterday. Oh, wrong kind of comment, right? If you keep doing it, there will be no more comments in the future. Thank you, Big Brother, for sorting out our reality and making it all true. Thank you, Big. Is that Big Brother or is that Big Mother? Right? Uh, they didn't tell me what I said. You just generally don't comment anymore. That's a little too much truth, right? It's the whole way. It's so funny. Didi, George, the one who's running YouTube is the same actor from the current event of it, right? Uh, I was in some guy's live stream the other day and shut the guy's live stream down live mid sentence, right? Somebody turned early, right? What's like, chung. And he would, oh, I'm going to speak the truth. You don't even get out the word trip. Trip. They go, truth. Wait. It's pathetic, isn't it? That's they're allowed me to do it at the church, is why, you know, that's where everything's gonna end up, obviously. So anyway, uh somebody mentioned the Jamba Juice and they gave him a straddle. It's funny. Ollie, no, please continue. No problem, Ollie. If you have something on your mind or a question or whatever, all right. Uh the Northwest in the house. Kelly Wing. Love it. And it's really Ethan and Kelly. And Ethan's like, let me start it on, you know, the uh the grandfather grandson, like, superhero team from America. Just saying, what they get my vote. What they get it for the Northwest, you know, that's them. They should have outfits. They already do actually. They're like regular American superheroes. Like, no, we just like we live like this is like my favorites in the Northwest. Seriously, doing this work a long time, totally with God and totally upending everything up there. They're the best. Be like Kelly and Ethan. Ethan's, the grandson making everything happen. You guys are the best. Post anything, you have to use code words, right? That's why I'm like, President Brandon isn't doing so good today. You know what I mean? Like code words, right? And when the trumpet sounds, for the second time, it's in the Bible. When President Trumpet will be coming along soon, playing the trumpet. It's so the script, the predetermined script. We think this script is great, and we're going to do it to the nines. Who's nine? Right. Anyway, Death and Taxes show, that's where he got it from, because it's like, I mean, everybody here, why does everybody got to hear that crap when they're growing up? You're a child. Death, you can't get out. You down there, little human, you cannot. It's like, what the hell? I don't even know what's death and taxes. You're like, what? You got to hear it, like, you know. And the other thing, why did a chicken cross a road? We can't figure that. We're adults, so we can't figure it out. So we're telling the children. Maybe one of them will figure it out. Oh my God, it's so, the truth is so missing, isn't it? Every religion I interact with, like, I mean, you know, last night, the Bible thumpers, man, they're the worst, right? Because you get a hypocrite that's like, I'm gonna go speak the truth. It's like, well, don't hotel rooms have your book? So are you trying to say hotel rooms go to heaven? I don't wait a second. Hey, so you're a prophet? You're not. Okay, so you know, do you know what the cross means? Yeah, no. Okay, do you know this? No. Yeah. What does the word Bible mean? Yeah, you don't know. This is what it means. It's just, oh, it's so funny. Right? Bible, right? Bicycle, right? That's that's not like I decoded it. And then bowl. Can you decode what does the word bowl mean? It's like, well, that's a thing up in your kitchen. That's right. That's like that's hard to duality dome. What the? They don't even know what their book, is like the field manual for the dome. They don't even get that. It's like they're like, and another thing that the book said, I'm like, what did the book say about prophet? Anyway, I digress. I digress. Hit him in the bottom chakra. Here I am, Liberty Aid Academy. Get the money, right? So, who's the guy we trust paying money to? It's like those are Federal Reserve notes. No, they're not. A Federal Reserve is the one that makes them pop out of the ether, prints them, has a building. Here's where you get your in we trust notes, right? Liberty Aid Academy sells my copyrighted trust, right? It's Liberty Aid Academy's trust. Well, not really, is it? No, it's my copyrighted work. You see, so it has Liberty Aid Academy on it, but it's my work. You can't ask a piece of paper, Liberty Aid Academy, or website a question like you can't ask a book a question. It doesn't answer. So, right, Federal Reserve note is like, oh, get your ego we trust notes, everybody. They're coming from the Federal Reserve, yeah, right. But the trust, you go look it up, right? Let's put it in the let's put it in let's put the let's put the link in the live stream here for everybody's like, you got We Trust, what? Or some people here are like, yeah. Let's put it in the live stream. There we go. There's a link. Okay, so it exists. /USA Inc. Okay, that means what is that? What is forward slash? And because this is a listing from the Secretary of State now and Dun and Bradstreet, right? It's a listing for a business, for a trust. A trust isn't created, it's privately created. In other words, you don't use like this trust that you're going to create from Liberty Academy. It's created privately. What does private mean? It's a private trust. What does that mean? It means non-statutory. What does that mean? Well, those are synonyms. In regards to a trust, what do they both mean? It means you didn't use a licensed agent, i.e., a CPA, a bar card, an attorney. You did not use one of them. You didn't use the Secretary of State or someone that works for the government. You didn't use any of them. You see, who are they? They are licensed agents of the state, age of the New Testament, agent of the state, right? They're a licensed agent of the state. You didn't use them. So that would be a statutory trust or a public trust, right? If you use one of them. You didn't do that. You create it yourself. So you didn't use an agent to do it. You did it yourself. And so it's a private trust. And so people are always like, well, you get an EIN, it's not a private trust. So it's like, so you don't understand the meaning of private. You're saying, I didn't create it. What are you talking about? That's like saying, like the guy We Trust. We own you now because we got paperwork. You didn't create me, so no, you don't. It's that simple. You see, let me get some countervailing alternate paperwork here up in here, and then the guy We Trust, it doesn't apply, right? And of course, what it God's like, I'm back at Jesus. You know what I mean? Jesus, prays to God, and say, oh, you want to get everybody out of the problems in the future? They won't be killed. Yeah, okay. Well, you have to die horribly, and then they can't be killed if they work for you or me. If they work for God, great. Okay. Well, how is that going to work out? Well, God shortened the days, according to the field manual, the duality book, the Bible, right? We're just here for an age. What age? My age, actually. But we're here for one age, and that ends on a certain date. They practice halftime, the halftime show. Get some freaking beers, dude, and some hot dogs. It's the halftime show. Whoop! Right? That's 9/11 2001, halftime show of the 64 years. So anyway, just obvious things, every flag, every, checkerboard, chessboard. Yeah, if you're interested in the spiritual work that backs this whole reality, all of it, Jesus Christ Trust on down. That's because I had everybody in the bottom chakra here. Hey, here's where your money's safe and your life safe and your children safe and your family and your future where you're not going to hell, and you can fix all that with this document. There you go. Now, don't be evil, right? And then it's secure. You have a document against the God We Trust. Did the devil create us? No. What? No, that's a manager of the dough. That's not who created us. No. And so we own you. Your parents signed the God We Trust documents, birth certificate. We own your ass, literally. Hey, your feet. We got them stamped. It's, yeah, but I got a new trust that I created myself when I'm an adult as 18. Now I can't be chained. Got proof. Invited everyone to it years ago. Well, I forget when that was, 2017 or something like that. 2018. Anyway, come down 15 lawsuits at once against all the credit cards. I'm like, I took all the money from the credit cards. That's what I said to everybody, which I did, ran them up all the way, paid them zero, and then I sued them. Why? I sued all the credit card companies at once, all of them, all 15 of them. Why? Because one had the balls to sue me, Barclays. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go against all of you. And so I pull them in there, right? Because what? We're slaves of the devil due to money and banking, right? Because what? The bank never signs a document, do they? You go into the bank or you get a loan, you get a credit card, anything you get from them, they never write on a piece of paper. They never write one single thing. So how is that a contract where your money is not, according to the law, according to every law of God and man, every single one of them, contract law, right? Elements of the contract. Okay. There have to be what? At least two parties, right? You're right. A meeting of the minds. A meeting of the minds. That's a S. Minds. S. Because otherwise you're just writing down stuff for yourself. This means, if they don't have to sign, what? You just get some of their piece of paper and you write up something, hey, that past piece of paper is no good and I owe you nothing. That's the law. You're the only one that signed it, so you get out of the, owing because it's just you wrote it down. That's their laws. That's their law. Do they follow it? No. They never follow it. Why? Because they knowingly worship the devil. Knowingly. That's how they get all their power. Every influencer, every cop, everyone that works for the government, every judge, every single one of them, they all know. They all know what you haven't been down there and started up court cases and gone against them for them to just eventually tell you, yes, we worship the devil. They just tell me to my face. They'll tell me in front of a room full of people, in front of a room full of 8 people, 4 of them lawyers, the NASA lawyer, and mediation. It's just like, the media is trying to work out how to mediate this. And finally, the NASA lawyer is just like, because I don't say nothing. I'm like, let's see what they say. Because they don't understand, right? The God we trust, it isn't registered in Florida. You see what I'm saying? So how do I owe you dollars? How do I owe you in God we trust us? You can't. In fact, it's illegal to use us down here. So I can't owe you dollars according to the law. You see, you can't say, I'm running some financial thing up in here and in Florida and not have recourse that you're registered as Secretary of State. That's against the law. That's against every law they have. I'm like, I don't have to pay dollars because it's your laws. We Trust is registered in Pennsylvania only. It's not registered elsewhere. And even his registration in Pennsylvania isn't as a financial institution or sending out money or government or any of those things. It's just hiding. Why? Let's get back to this is a private trust, right? Not created of age of the Secretary of State. It's not. Okay. So how do I know that's the USA? How do I know? Because the USA has credit, doesn't it? Does it not have credit? Doesn't it order stuff on credit? Does it like, oh, hey, we're going to buy 10,000 of your tanks or whatever? Doesn't it do that? And then it's like, we'll put it in down payment or whatever. Well, but even, there's this process. Like if you look at Canoe, it's a electric vehicle company, and they mainly do, they're focused on doing government contracts, which maybe they'll, fall, run out of money and go out of business. I'm not talking about that. But I'm saying they have to deliver a certain amount of vehicles, and there's this and this and this and this and all this crap, right? So the government needs, they build a giant ship, and they go to the shipbuilder. Hey, what do they do? Well, let's check your credit. If you pay your bills back, they have a credit rating. USA, they can't do things. They can't order things. They can't have any credit unless you're registered as Secretary of State. I prove that with my work. You cannot have a proper listing. You get denied on all credit because, like, why? Because the creditor doesn't have any recourse. You see, they couldn't sue you. They couldn't sue the U.S. They couldn't get their money back. There'd be no recourse. Why would they lend? They don't lend to me. They don't lend to anyone else. That's why a process in the step of building credit for your trust is you have to register it as Secretary of State. Oh, because I was like, I created this myself. I know they created the We Trust because you cannot use the word bank or trust in any public kind of marketing for any name of anything, whether there's a slogan, a name, blah, 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 blah. Super special rules at Secretary of State, every Secretary of State, unless it's a bank or trust. So that's like, I read, We Trust. That has to be a trust. I just like, what's that BS line they tell us at school? We made a more perfect union, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Declaration of Trust, Declaration of Independence. Where'd you do it? Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'll look it up. There it is, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You look up that registration. You look it up right there. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They didn't even hide it. Hey, you stupid slaves, you're so stupid, right? We're even going to give you all the clues and the information. You're still not going to find it. Only one of you is going to find it. And now they've hidden it, except for like this link. They've hidden the Secretary of State filing and the Dun& and Bradstreet's filing. This is the last one itself, actually. I have it from old videos, and I put it up when I found it, first of all, like 8 years ago or some whatever, 6 years ago. But I don't even know if that's up anymore. I think they took it down. I'm just saying, once you know the rules and laws, it was easy to find. So it's like, oh, well, what does that tell me? If they could do it, I could do it. That's it. I didn't know about all the, I just knew they weren't taxable. That, like, here's the Egon We Trust, right? Who they pay up to. Who does, every currency is tied to the dollar. Every soul is with the devil. Who's we, right? We be 30, the devil. It ain't Krishna. It's not, it's not Muhammad. It's not Allah. It's, it's not Buddha. It's not Jesus. Blah, 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 right? It's none of them. So they worship what? The end date of time. They worship the loop. You see, spin to W, spin to E. Those are threes. 2033. What I've been telling everybody now. What? There's one awake. You shouldn't be jealous of me. You should be like, dude, let me look. Because what is this? What is the field manual say? Right? The duality bowl field manual, the Bible. What does it say? Hey, if a prophet shows up, what do you got to do? Oh, see if their prophecies are real, see if they're lying or whatever. That's what it says to do. I work in front of Christians, they do that. I'm like, no, well, I'll do it right in front of you. Still to die. Okay, well, what? Where are you headed? What cost you a penny? You're going to an all-paid travel exclusive extravaganza to hell. Off you go. What? I'm trying to help you. It's a piece of paper you signed. Oh, get away from me. Oh, what? Okay. Well, what's the meaning of the cross? Well, oh, I know what it means. Well, then why don't you just tell me? I know. Oh my God. So lost, little sheep, right? Like little ants running around. I'm an elephant trying not to stomp on them. It's so funny. Absolutely. He has truth. Yeah, totally. Like I'm not the avatar. Who who else would come in here and know everything? Come on, right? In another age, they know my name. In this age, we know Jesus, we know Christian, but in this age, if we knew my name, right? What would happen? The game would be played out. Oh, what? The first one to win the game is the dude. Hey, right? That don't mean God is coming, Jesus is coming. What? That's still happening. My brother and my father are coming. Ah, whoops. Better get it together. No, that's why be a stop. But you see, what is their slogan of our opposition, right? God's like, you need a adversary, the devil, okay, and then all his minions, okay, okay, and there'll be 7,000 of you. It's like, well, wait a minute, how many of them are there? 330 million. It's like, wait, don't worry, I'm on your side. It's like, I hope so. They couldn't need you with them odds. That's what it is. It's like the Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? Up in here, right? When Arjuna has lost his kingdom and it was usurped and stolen, and then to the usurper, Krishna comes along to the usurper, and the rightly king who Arjuna, and says, "Hey, you two guys, I set this thing up. What do you think? Eh? I'll tell you what. One of you can have everything, all the armies and the money and the bombs, and you can have everything. You see what I'm saying? Literally, absolutely, 100% of everything. You're the king of everything. You are the king. Boom. And the other one gets me." And Arjuna goes quickly, says, "I'll take you." And the other guy laughs his ass off. You idiot! What's wrong with you? Guess who loses? Not hard to figure out, is it? It's not. Whoop! That's a mistake. So yeah, people are making the mistake of, see, what's the devil, i.e., everyone's here that brings us enlightenment, right? God's highest servant besides, an incarnation that has woken up like Jesus or Krishna or so. What's Guy's highest servant? The devil is in here all the time, trading souls as an adversary for us, right? If we don't have an adversary, if our life doesn't suck, why are we screaming for God, get me out of here? You know what I mean? Unless that is happening, then we're all like, hey, this is cool. This is paradise. It's like, no, it's not. you you haven't nothing is satisfying here, right? An apple, it's great. How about 2 weeks from now, same apple now? How about if you eat the apple? How about, 48 hours from now? Is that apple sweet anymore? No, it's shit, literally. So, I mean, that's just, we find ourselves in this test of Ahmed Ra versus the guy on the cross. Testament, right? It's a testament. It's a test of all the souls. Oh, well. That's what's going on. So you need some paperwork up here to get out of debt, get out of taxes. See, we're in a time limit, so they can't kill you. Isn't that nice? I mean, not really. I'm telling you, it's a curse to remain alive, but it isn't in the game. You see what I'm saying? It's a curse that gets you to the end, but you got to be here, but you don't have to come back here. You see what I'm saying? You make it till Judgment Day, but you don't come back. That's the death part. It's one. No one's been killed that signs this. Yeah, right? Since 2016. Think of the odds of that. That don't add up. After a bunch of years, I was like, wait a second. I read this, can't get out of death. I was like, wait a second. Wait, this actually already has happened. I just noticed after many years. Because you got to think about me, right? How many times have I been killed? The first time was 2016. That was in public, right? By a guy worth billions, literally, of dollars. You're memorialized on Facebook. You're dead. We all talk about a wife freak out. We're moving. We did. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not moving no more. I'm moving. Like, you put me in a corner. I'm like coming at you. Hey, guess what? Like Arjuna, they lose. And so, in other words, someone has to go first to be like, hey, everything's cool out here. And then everyone else can be like, oh, that's cool. And then the few intelligent of the 7,000, that are here that won't bend their knee to the devil, well, then, you can get through the narrow gate too. Here you go. And, they set up a financial system where you quit paying the guy we trust. You don't pay him taxes no more. Your money's fine. Your assets are fine. You give it everything to God, right? You're just trustee, so you fulfilled that. I have nothing in this world. There's nothing here I have. There's nothing on my name on it. I can now leave this place, and it's all yours. You keep it. You're just trustee. You own it. You control it. You stay alive. You eat. You have home. Blah 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 blah. You can do all that, but it stays, and you leave. See, it fulfills that. Every religion has, the right time is after this based on your actions, right? The underlying law of Dharma, what we call common law in America, what's also called the golden rule, ubiquitously, right? The golden rule, right? Do unto others. That's karma. So the underlying law is Dharma. Your actions against it produce an outcome called karma, right? And that's Baba calls it sanskaras, right? Your desires, what's left over, well, I tried out that, you know, cigarette, and that wasn't for me. And then you see another cigarette later, you're like, well, that looks like a better brand. No, until you're done with cigarettes, you stay. You know, uh, I really need to eat. I've heard the pizza in Italy is to die for, and I have to have some in this lifetime. Well, then, if you don't make it over there, you're here for your next lifetime. You just curse yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to eat, gotta whatever, but that doesn't mean, hey, you know what my favorite thing to do is? Eating and shitting is so cool. No, it's not. Why would an angel have to eat? Why would an angel have to breathe? It don't make no sense. They're up here in bodies that don't have that. If you cut them open, they wouldn't have all that stuff. Why would they need to have all that stuff? Don't make no sense. How does the air get cleaned in here? How does the water get? This is all miracle based, 100% God miracle based. None of the stuff that you're told is happening. Cars pop out of China has 250 new, electric vehicle brand types in like a year. It's like, wait, what? No, we retooled and built from scratch all these factories, and we made in the same year like 200 new models from all the different brands in China of electric cars. Okay. And how many we got here out of them? Big as zero. Okay. You got a zero here. Okay. But you got them over there, and you did it a year. The stories are just absolutely stupid. I mean, you ever been in a factory? Me neither. Right? They have a few fake factories or a fake story, right? They have a few fake buildings around and be like, no, this is where we make stuff. Uh-huh. So you read, where's all that crap come from at Walmart shelves and every other store? Give me a break. But they retool all this shit every year. No, you go to India where they actually make some things, and those things don't change every year. You know what I mean? And there aren't millions and billions and jillions of products unless they came over the Himalayas from the creation point, right? Chi Na, right? The place, the location of the chi, where everything pops out of the ether, That's what's actually going on. Ain't you ever seen a magician, a magician? They pull it out of the ether into there, though. I mean, they're showing you these aren't things humans can do, or it doesn't make no sense. Everyone on Earth would be in a factory, engaged, and never sleeping to produce all this crap. America is just filled with crap, but so is everywhere else. What do you mean, China? Oh, China. What? That's not an answer. That's what is that? Pathetic that people accept that. How could that be possible? And then now Santa, right? Satan and the evils creating the stuff at the center point. You can't fly from, America to Europe or Asia during the daylight hours. You cannot do it because you see Black Rock, right? You see the Devil's Kingdom in the center of the circle. Where would you rule the kingdom from if it were a circle? The center point. All right, that's why our dome spins around the center point. There's this giant black rock there. The Devil's Kingdom. China, right? Naps are fake. That's what's actually going on. You didn't go to China, neither did I. You didn't go to North Korea or Korea, neither did I. There are a whole bunch of places, pretty much everywhere. No one's allowed to go. You drive through America, it's just barbed wire, the whole fucking place, almost. Almost the whole place, anywhere. You can't go anywhere. They have it all blocked off. I mean, how could the cartel exist? Obviously, the military and the police are running all drugs and, all the evil everythings that's happening, but they're also moving all the stuff back and forth, right? You have a desire for Sascars and stuff pops up in China and it shows up at a store knowing you're going to come get it. When I go to the medical dispensary, I'm like, hey, because they have to put a sticker of the doctor's name on the thing that you get. I'm like, you know what? It would save you. This is what I say to him. I was like, it would save to the fairies that read the dispensary. Hey, it would save you a bunch of time if I just came in here and you had a prepackaged with the doctor stickers already on it, because I know you already know because it's already predetermined and pre-scripted. You know it already, how much I'm going to get from which doctor today. So I was like, why did you just save all that time? They laugh at me. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. They know. They know. You don't know, but they know. They all know. Let me see what George is writing here. Don't anybody steal my name, okay? I asked my son Danny to set me up a trust called In Dog We Try. They use that joke, right? They want a dog as a companion. I hear that's just right. He said he doesn't think I want the word we in there. That's hilarious, dude. You have a great sense of humor. Oh my god, that's so funny. Put my handprints and footprint. Sent them to Homeland Security. Oh my god, that's funny. I'm alive, so we can skip all this thing. But it's not that you're alive, it's that you're 18 or older and you're responsible for your own karma, your own actions, which actually happens at 8, but it's really you knowingly, willingly sign away from the devil with this contract, and then yeah. But it's it's so funny. Uh, no one's ever bothered me. You know, 30,000 of child support. Sweet. With this, with the financial tools that I, give people, we don't have to follow their rules and stuff anymore. Obviously, people love their children. The state's busy stealing, and the banks and all them are busy stealing all their money, all their time. So, without these financial hacks of giving them nothing and taking their money, well, we can't really afford to keep a roof over our head, let alone, our family. It's pathetic what they do. I mean, what's the script, right? Oh, government is what? A select few that we choose to manage what? The country, which is owned free and clear because it's a country. Why? Because we have a military, right? We have the largest military on earth. So if anyone said, you owe us money, USA, what would we do? Murder them, right? USA. USA. We murder them. Now, how can we owe money? How can the USA owe anyone any money? How come we do? How come we have to pay for houses? How come we got to pay for electricity? How come? Don't make no sense. How could the country itself be in debt? How come, unless it's a Ponzi scheme, unless it's a scam, which it is, they don't count votes. Are you a trustee of the fucking helicopters flying over my house right now? Are you a trustee of the In God We Trust? Okay, that you would, if you voted for something that the In God We Trust is doing, and you were a trustee of the trust, they would count your vote, wouldn't they? Right? Okay, but if you're not a member, I'm sorry, if you're not a trustee of the In God We Trust, what? You can still vote, right? Sure, vote away. Would they count your vote? No, no. Be like, oh, we got a vote from, Mickey Mouse here. Is Mickey Mouse one of the trustees? No, Mickey Mouse is okay. Well, throw it in the trash. That's what happens with voting. That's legal. What if you have slaves and you have laws in place, and your slaves are so stupid that they're sitting, you know, I'm spreading on OnlyFans and I'm watching on OnlyFans, and that's what you're up to. Well, you don't know nothing, you lose. Going, you lose. But that's what's actually going on. It's been rather simplistic since I uncovered literally everything in 2016, and I've just been slicing and dicing every little bit of the truth ever since, you know. And they've been what? Tamping me down, stealing my work, opening other schools, ruining people's financial lives. I'm the one with the MBA. I'm the one with the master's accounting. I'm the one with the undergraduate in business and finance. I'm the one with 30 plus years of experience. I'm the one whose work is copyrighted. I'm the one doing this for 10 plus years for people successfully. Everyone successfully. Everyone. So successful. All the evil was steal my stuff and start other schools and stuff and ruin people's lives. That's how successful this work is. Look at how I have to be the most plagiarized individual alive. Literally. It's crazy. And no one ever heard of me. It's unreal, really, when you think about it. Anyway, get out of death and taxes, right? Let's look into this. Everybody got something on their mind here before I start sort of head in the direction of, uh, you paid off cars, great. Uh, did, doesn't always work first time, yeah, right? But it works, right? The truth is a powerful thing. It's pure white light. It's love in action. That's right. It's not so much exactly what you do, it's where you're coming from. Well, and again, it is really what you do, because it is. I mean, it's in relation to a situation, isn't it? You know, like, let's just use our situation of slavery, right? We are literally slaves of the devil, and it's run through the U.S. government and the banks. So we're their slaves. So if you were to walk in a bank and murder everyone in there and their entire family and their children and their babies, what would happen? You would go to heaven because you were helping your brothers and sisters. Pure white light of love, right? And you would go to heaven, 100%, right? Except we don't have to do that. Why? Because Jesus said, "Don't worry, don't worry. I'm going to come. You have no idea what I'm going to do to these creatures. It's like I'm going to send you a messenger, so you know, because they're off the hook, right? You're our slaves. We have 20, 50, 100 houses, and you got nothing. You get barbed wire, you can't go there. Go to the rest stop and pay them some money, you can pee, and that's it. You know what I mean? I mean, a gas station. That's it. All rest stops closed, under construction, all that crap. Same with the roads. Oh, we couldn't really keep them up, We were busy spending money and partying and getting hookers and, getting all the weed and, yeah, what is wrong with these? They are not human. These aren't human. You cannot enslave humans unless you're not a human. Just because they're in a human form, they have that ability. They're just fallen angels. They're not human. They're they're not humans. Okay. Why are you like? What's wrong with you? It's another species. You see what I'm saying? Do you think a dove is like, you know, I'm giving up my children for the hawk because the hawk is just, it needs to eat? No, a dove's like, get away from my children. I'm hiding. That's reality. They're not human. They display zero human qualities. They don't display a single one, except for, oh, they seem to be in his physical human body. That's the only one. There's no other human quality, not a single one. Heartless, evil, treating us as slaves, don't care if we're homeless, don't care if we're fed, don't care if we have water, don't care at all. Have no feelings, don't care. They only care about, do they have more? Are they seen by more and loved by more and pushed by more people and more famous and crap like that? That is not a human. That where's the human quality? That's an insect or something. That is not a human. Period. You cannot tell me that's a human. Oh, you have slaves. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're not human. Period. See, they're like ants or insects. They just go about their business all day long, and their queen bee, the devil, right, just sends orders into that noggin, and they go about their business. They do not. They do not have free will. 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 They are not human. These are Disney characters. Okay, period. These are not humans. What are you going to do about that? First, get out of death. First, get out of taxes. Quit paying them money. Quit paying attention to them. Live your life. Care for your family and screw them. Take as absolutely much money as you can from them using these, legal financial methods, and then get time to breathe. Like happened to George. Okay, I paid off this stuff and helped out my family, and now I got a minute here to see like what's really going on, and he's digested that and he's responding. Do you see what I'm saying? The truth sets you free. You're no longer a slave. Literally, when you sign this other document, you're removed from their jurisdiction. They can't touch you, can't jail you, can't nothing to you. Okay, and your assets are fine. They can't be touched? Why? They use trust. They're not going to go hauling a trust into court and stuff like that. Then they're okay. I'll be the first one to pull the ego we trust in there. They don't want that. You see? So simple. This thing is so simple. When you know what they're up to, you can do the same. Okay. And you know their limitations, you know their script. They can never change their script or change what they're doing. They have no creativity, no self thoughts, period, ever. They're not human. Quit treating them like they are. uh, George, it's like the scripture says, study to show yourself approved. Oh, nice. I studied for 10 years and that's back where we had to read books and take notes. Yeah, right? Jack, thank you for laughing when you talk because it proves everything, right? Because if you're not having fun while you're doing it, you're doing something wrong. No, you gotta be you're like, you know, there's a certain like, you know, always being me, right? Always being nauseous and want to vomit around these creatures, you know? Ugh. But so happy that God like stepped in and is like, hey, dude, you're not one of them. Thank God, you know? So happy to not be one of them, you know, and just be leaving. Can't Nothing could make me happier, right? Everything else is like, you know, I had the devil sit next to me and say, "Hey, we want you back, man. 485 million cash money today." I'm like, no, off the wet. Just ugh, right? Who wants it? We have to eat, we have to have a place and stuff like that. It's not like that. Those are needs, you know what I mean? Those aren't wants. Those are like, and then, you know, I might find this book interesting or I might travel here to see because I'm curious about this. And so that's life. You know, you're trying to figure out your spiritual situation. You gotta live and you know, you have these different things going on while you're doing it. You got a family. Yeah, that's we have that. This is the way to do it. So they don't take anything from you. They're giving you money, all that stuff. And then you get, you know, okay, now I'm okay. This is real. They're not messing with me no more. And then you're like, okay, what is going on with my life? And this, the rest of the truth, right? First, you get everything squared away, your family, your assets, and stuff like that, get the money sorted. Then you're like, what? You know? Because we didn't expect this because they lie to us all the time, right? It's like, why would they lie? Dumbest question in the history of questions, right? Because everyone has lied when they're a child or something. It's like, well, yeah, no, I didn't take that cookie. It's like, well, they're missing, and you're the only one here, so you know you took them. Well, but why would you lie? You don't want to get caught because you took the cookies and you weren't supposed to. You know? Yeah. You know, you're not our slaves. What are you talking about? That's why they lie because they like their slaves. They have slaves. They want to keep them. That's why they lie. Simple. Right? Hey, Ali. Oh, the voting thing makes sense. Yes. Thank you for bringing that. No, see how they get away with it. No, we're being honest. See the ego we trust. Who's trustee of the ego we trust? Well, the devil. The devil votes, and that's who's in office. It's like that's true. It's that simple. What do you? But I want you to do this song and dance, and that's a lot of TV shows. It's going to cost a lot of money. They're like, "What you want us to do?" Yes, we're going to make a big show everywhere that it's not the devil choosing people. Okay, but it is, yeah. But we're everywhere. We're going to have this big showy show that is because humans are what? They're stupid slaves. They'll never catch on. Pretty much true. All right, let me read the rest of this. So nobody got anything specific. I'm gonna, you know, if you don't sign this trust, how could I help you? How could God help you? How could anyone help you? You're not helpable. So you reject the truth. Well, try it again. 12,000 years. I'll be back. Whoops. You pissed it all away for the restroom of the most expensive race voice about 20 years ago when I was homeless because the bathroom door is locked. Except for Christmas, right? We own everything. Everything. We know a very important life lesson learned at that moment. I still look, he still remembers it. Yes, they are not humans. They are not humans. Why would they need to unlock the door if it's a bunch of fallen angels that's why they worship an owl, right? What does an owl do? It doesn't have an exit place for Anything that goes in, it spits out pellets, right? They're not human. They're just like, oh look, we're eating and drinking. See, we're humans. Look at us. We're eating and drinking. Later, it's like, what? Right? Spit out a pellet, and then yeah, human. Hey, like you said, bathroom's closed. Period. That's, I mean, this. Why would they need to eat, breathe, drink? They're better than us. They won't. They won't help. They won't kneel. See, they were like correcting God. These things that eat and shit and have to drink and age and all this stuff. They're like, you want us to serve them? They're like, "No, what are you talking about? We don't have to eat or drink or nothing. What do you want?" He's like, I created you, you dumbasses. What you need to listen to your creator. They're like, our creator's stupid. It's like, it's your creator that's stupid, is it? Is that right? Just that's how ego they are. We're very proud of our inception. Ha ha. Where'd you come from? Hey, we're here now. Do you get it? Yeah, I get it. Do you get it? We're running things. You know, there's nothing in there. You see, they're under orders to do this script, and there's just really they're in a tape loop. They don't have self-actualized thought. They don't have that. It's they're not human. Period. Like the animatron at friggin' Disney World is as human as they are. Is it a human form? It is. Animatron at Disney is in a human form. What's the difference? Nothing really, not much different. That's what you got to start thinking of these creatures as. They're a limited little organic robot that can do blah, 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 but can't do anything else. Take their money and move on to worry about yourself and your family. They're just always going to be these animatrons spitting out, the player piano loop that is absolutely loopy. It's loopy because of loop, right? It's loopy. They're loopy. You see where the term comes from? Loopy. They're in a loop. They're loopy. They're crazy. They are just but they're see the thing is they're not crazy. They think they're sane, which makes them what? Not a human. They're not human. They're just a robot like an animatron. They're not a human. That's it. That's the answer. Don't you get it? Thank you, George. That's not like me, but no, you were pissed too. And you learned something, and now you come to the full circle of the meaning of that. Exactly. Ali, I've been following you for more than 10 years. Oh, been difficult times until now. Thank you for all you do. Ali, I'm gonna pray for you that God watched over you. God has to take everything from us. But you want God and the truth. Okay, we'll have to remove everything else. So it's not, it is only it's a gift from God to give us the hard time before we have room, have made space for God and the truth. It's a blessing that in the end you forgive the devil. We needed an adversary because we would have just sat here complacently and nothing would have changed. You see, so you forgive, don't forget. Like George, don't ever forget. Forgive him, don't forget because you're like, I'm not going to do that again. But you understand why it happened. And you don't have any desire to right a wrong. It's already been righted. You're going to God and they are staying here. Problem solved. Judgment Day, ash, baby, like Lahaina. Get in the ocean, dudes. I'm going to burn you before you get there. Well, you think the government could do that? I don't think so. Right? Just showed us what's going to happen. What's going to happen? Little prelude until the thing. That's all that is. Simple stuff. God kills the wicked. How's that complicated? It's going to happen. You're watching it happen now. What? It's not. I'm just saying it's going to happen. It's going to happen all one day. It's going to be like, what? We got these 3 years of easy shit before the woes. And then it's, people like, it's easy now. You have no idea. How's Lahaina doing? Right. Yeah. everybody, there are no atheists in foxholes. So, the plan is to produce non-atheists by producing, you know, enough turmoil and trauma and all that predetermined blah, before the end of the big show. That's all. That's what's going on. So don't be under their jurisdiction. Don't be paying them for all that. They have unlimited everything. They have everything. Why do they need our money? We need they stole everything. They're supposed to be managing the country. What does that mean? Right? We don't owe anybody anything. You manage it, and then what? You hand right. It's all the resources, all the country, all the cities, all the roads, everything. You and me, we own it. That's the story. Oh, the people here, they own it. Oh, okay, cool. So we don't own everyone. So you pick a select group to manage it, and then what would those managers do? If you chose the right group of management, like in a business, right? They would run it and everybody get a piece of it, like a stockholder or whatever, right? You're like, hey, this is your piece. You get your house, your money, your electric's free, your food, here's all your free stuff. Everybody's cool. That would be actual country if it actually happened, according to their story. But what do? Sell everything, give it away. Who is getting these mortgages? Everything is such an absolute total lie. Everything. Everything is a lie. Every single thing in the economy makes no sense. How did you stole everything in the country? And there are slave owners. They stole everything. They own everything. They do anything they want, go anywhere they want. We're their slaves. I got proof. Every day is proof. Every single day, all day long, you know, we have an army engine, right? If someone said we owed money, what would you do? If I were running the country, hey, somebody says we owe money over there in Washington, right? Send the army and murder them all. Click, click. Oh, somebody says in the Northeast and we owe them some money. Well, send them a bunch of people from the army and kill them. Okay, thanks, bye. What the? What would be another purpose of having an army? Someone tell me. What's wrong with this? Everything is wrong with this. Absolutely everything. How could you not see it? You see? You're using their own script against them. Correct, Ali. Ego we trust. Oh, if you can do it, I can side with somebody else. Whoops. That's when the devil's like, hey, homie, hey, don't you want to come back? Yo, I got the whole kingdom here. Let's carve this shit up. I'll drop you some 500 mil on you today. Come on home. What are you doing over there? I'm like, I'm trying to get away from you. That's what I'm doing over here. You do great work. Just not with me anymore. Stay over there. You're forgiven. Okay. Just put the pressure on them. Okay. No problem. Stay away. That's it. Every time I listen to you, I get more motivated. Fantastic, Ollie. That's the deal. That's what I provide the truth, and this is truth in action. I'm being real every time. And what am I doing every time that you come by, Ollie? I'm breathing. They killed me, right? Get out of death and taxes. Come on by, anybody that can kill me. What am I saying with that title? Come on by and murder me just like you used to all the time. Come on by, kill me. Let's see if you can. Can't. Can't. I'm living proof. I tell everyone how to break I broke the programming system, the financial system, every system I broke them all. And I'm here alive. I have proof. Get out of death in Texas. Hey, no one else alive got proof. I do. Hey, you wanna go to hell? Don't listen. You wanna not go to hell? You should listen to do what I say. Those are your choices. I do not make the rules. I don't make the situation. I didn't make any of that crap. I find myself in it, with my memory wiped and stuff. And me, I gotta play this game. What's up? And same with you. So I won it. And I look over as my brothers and sisters toiling to death as slaves in the fields for these creatures. And yeah, I'm gonna talk until you kill me. And guess what? You can't. So I'm not done talking. That's it. That's the deal. I'm here. I ain't leaving. I'm here for you. That's right, Ollie. Tim, God continue to bless us, man. Thank you, Tim. That's what a nice thing to say. Prayers are really the only thing that can help me. So truly, and help each other. Every time somebody prays for me, I pray right back for them a millionfold. God, I got to pray for them. So you know what to do. Return it to them. Everything. Thank you. Ollie, thanks for, yeah. Uh, 2 days. George, first time I saw Jack, I called my son Daniel and said, get this stuff. That's the only time I've ever called him up and told him to get something. 2 days later, he had a trust. Thank you, Jack. I mean, George. And then you hung with the truth ever since, you know. What a man, huh? Does I'm telling you, listen, if you're a guy, right, and what he just wrote, what? Would he everyone would have wished for a father like that, like pure and simple. Just be real. Just be an absolutely 100% real. Everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a great father, that's what, right? Because he done it in 2 days and he made it. I mean, that's obviously what, like, maybe the greatest father alive. You got to think about it, right? Like, it's really all there is. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I read once. God hates ungrateful people. Yeah, I don't want him. God don't hate nobody. He just hates an action that you're performing. He doesn't like it. He know you're going to come out of it, but it's yeah, being ungrateful, right? It's not being respectful. Exactly. That's their problem. Exactly. They know the truth. I don't want him asking me if I need something to cry about, right? Right. High level. You should, yeah. George saying a lot of right stuff here. I remember complaining to my dad when I was little about something. My dad say, "You need something to cry about. I give you something to cry about." Exactly. Like I'm probably in heaven. Oh, you think you got a job? Well, let me show you. Just an inch of what that is. No, you got to be thankful and forgive the devil. So it's like, hey, you got no power over me. Thanks for what you've done. Because you think about, because once you speak to the devil, you actually, in that second, I had compassion for it because it was like, oh my God, you have to really do this horrible crap forever. Oh, you know, horrible crap forever. Oh, like you like, okay, dude, that's you're gonna be, you know what I mean? Like plumbers get a bad rap, right? But if your plumbing's backed up, man, please, right? But that's who the devil is. Your plumbing's backed up. Let me get your shit sorted out. I said Jack, you know, to take my son at oh yeah, yeah. Right. Talk about passing down the knowledge, baby. Oh, if you're going to be a slave, be a good one. I've also come to the conclusion everybody is slave. Exactly. It's who you serve. And that's it. That's all there is. That's all there is. It's a summation, correct summation, 100%. See, look how far he is. He's already like the greatest father. And so God gave him all the truth. I bet George just like gets his way, you know, around the fairies. Like George is coming in, and his son. Anyway, everyone, thanks for doing this work. Thanks for because I had to meet with God, and He says get back in there and do this work. I got to help people. I'm not getting many souls, but I'm getting every one I can possibly get. So. Uh, May God help you in doing this work. I'll see you in the next show. For those people that are on the supporting as members Thursday night, right? Okay. I do Sundays at noon on Jesus Christ Trust on that. Okay. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for supporting each other like this, Ollie, George, like everybody right in here, Tim. Dee Dee, everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're really supporting each other because, once we learned all this whole thing is fake, and families and all that, God is our father. So what does that make us? Brothers and sisters, you see? So I like to see this, we're all working as hard as we can to get to the same place, make it as easy as possible on the way with as much truth. So thanks for supporting each other. Right? We have a classroom, a forum here, and we got one of Jesus Christ Trust that's supporting each other too. Okay? I'll see you over there, everyone. Tim, sorry I came in late. No, I'm not going to go over the God We Trust because it's the end of the show. But I have videos on it. Hit the link. The God We Trust is the USA, man. /USA. / is a DBA, doing business as. You can have two business names as the same business. Hit the link. It's up in the comments. I put the link in there. Maybe I have it right now. Yeah, there it is again. There it is. Hit the link, man. That's your government in action. C / is a DBA. We're registered in Secretary of State, so it's easy to find it. You got We Trust for the money, special rules for bank and trust, and every Secretary of State. If you use the word trust in public, it's a trust. I looked it up. It's in Pennsylvania. There it is. That's them. You can't run a business unless you're registered in Secretary of State and have credit. They have credit. So I was like, there they are. Easy to find once you know the rules. And so every soul is tied to the God we trust, the devil. Every currency is tied to the dollar. Every soul is with the devil until you have another countervailing document. This is the only contract with proof against you out of death and taxes, right? And the devil's jurisdiction and money, right? Okay, there's a quick one. All right, Tim. Happy to help. Yeah. Let's see. Does anyone know, right, has assigned this trust? Raise your hand if you know you're not going to die in the next 5 minutes. Anyone? Yeah, you don't know. You don't get this trust where you're going. You know where you're going. You know already where you're going. You want to end that? You want to stop that? This is the only stop. There's not going to be nowhere else, right? Right? Who swings the sword, baby? Only one. There could be only one. Right? There could be only one that does it first. There could be only one. There's only one first. Everyone else could do it, sure. After, yes. The gate is open. Narrow is the gate, but it's open. I open it. Anyone can walk through. Thanks. Well, unfortunately, getting disconnected. Okay, lots of love and light. Ollie, thanks for coming. Thanks for everything warm that you had to say, and appreciate your presence. Okay, everyone else, I'll see you at the next show. God bless you all, and really, God bless your success.